Success isn't measured by money or power or social rank. Success is measured by your discipline and inner peace.
Welcome back to the Never2Late Podcast. I'm Brian with Edgar.
What up? What up?
What's up, man? Um, so how's your week, bro? I know you started your new job. Talk
Yeah,
to us about it.
bro. Wait, before we get into that,
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to address the fact that we didn't have an episode on Thursday. Um, we were kind of getting adjusted. Like he just mentioned, I got a new job, so we're kind of getting adjusted to uh our new schedule and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why we didn't have an episode this Thursday. But hopefully, we should be returning back to regular schedule starting this week. It was just
You know what?
we just didn't have that cushion anymore. So yeah. But nah, man, my week has been good. Kind of stressful right now. It's just training.
Yeah.
So a lot of information, man. So my head is kind of like fuck. Like by the end of the
Nah,
day,
I
each day I'm
get
like,
you.
damn, my brain is just fried, bro. It's just a lot of information and shit. Um, going over like most of the situations that we're gonna be involved in, and so it's just like, damn, it's a lot of information. Um, but otherwise, man, I feel good already, bro. Like I was telling you, like already, bro. Alright, so we have the manager. She's a woman,
Right.
and then a senior leader or whatever the hell they call him. I'm still not familiar with the terms.
Senior
And
manager.
then he's a guy. Um, well, he's under her, so I don't know what whatever, but it's
Assistant.
her, right? Yeah, he's like a supervisor,
Ah.
and he's like a senior supervisor, and he's training to be the new trainer.
Okay.
So he's with us, right? And he'd be helping her out and stuff, helping us out too. And when was that? I want to say like Wednesday or Thursday. Thursday, I think. Um, he we were leaving already. It was time to leave. We were logging out of our computers and shit like that. And he goes, damn, you already know what to do. He's like, yo, Edgar, and like serious as shit. He goes, have you worked with us before? I was like, nah, why? He goes, you already know how to do everything. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, well, I don't know, man. I'm just learning, cause like, what you want me to do? And like, so it felt good. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about, I don't do it for him or for anybody, right?
Yeah.
But it's dope to be like recognized and shit like that, you know. So we're working. Put my head down and grind, work hard, pay attention to anything I could, man. I've been studying my material, all that, man. Trying to be great. But yeah, man, that's how my week has been. Like I said, kind of stressful on my brain and shit. But how's your week been, man?
Uh, dude, I've been having a rough week. I ain't gonna lie. It's been I've been annoyed like crazy. Dude, I'm just annoyed at people. Like
Damn,
I don't know. Like
it's
not
that
not.
time of the month, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. No, it's just like I said, I don't manage anymore. So it's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know how much I can really say because I want to lose my job, but
Yeah.
it's just seeing things in that, and like also was like my other job, like there's drama, and like people bring up my name, even though I haven't
Damn.
been, I don't go anywhere. I don't talk to nobody. You know me, doing myself.
It still be like that, bro.
Yeah,
Believe me,
and
dog. It's gonna be like that.
somebody always brings up my name, and like when I go up to see them, they're all nice. They're like, "Yeah, we're just
I
talking about you, this and that." Okay, but when I show up,
I be getting text. I be getting
yeah,
text too, like, "Hey, so and so said this." I'm like, "Dog, I haven't even spoken to any of y'all in over fucking a year, bro.
yeah, bro,
Like, get my name out your mouth, bro."
yeah. But nah, it's like I've been getting a lot of hate recently, bro. A lot of hate, and I don't talk to these people,
Hey,
bro.
hey, that's how you know you be doing something right.
Yeah. Like even at my new job, I kind of get some hate too. Like I try to avoid it. You know what I mean? Earlier my boss asked me, well, like, why do I seem so like annoyed and irritated? I didn't even tell him. I was like, yeah, I didn't tell him anything, but in my head, I'm
One of
like,
those days.
I'm just fed up by y'all bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, damn, I kind of just want to go. But no, speaking of, like work ethic and shit, because right now, like, I like to say I'm retired from like because I don't do the restaurant business shit no more. It's like, I still work, but I don't go as hard as I used to. So it's like, right now I get to chill. I'm on vacation practically. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's like now I get paid. I go home, come back, same thing, and I just get my Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays off. So it's like, and I know they wanted me to move up as a manager and help them out, but sometimes like they haven't offered me anything. So it's like I don't know. But then also like I kind of want to step away from the restaurant business and go do something else. So I'm not gonna have like this and that going on. But overall, I've just been irritated as hell.
Yeah, man. I feel you.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
been my week. Oh, so I went to this presentation, or I don't know if it was a presentation. I'm gonna say meeting.
Yeah.
Well, it was a presentation, but also a meeting. I'm gonna just call it meeting. With one of my homies, he invited me, and we went out with a group of friends. You know what I mean? The presentation was about trading, trading stocks, and also about crypto. And
Mhm.
the things that we were talking about, like how to do this and that, and how like you can sign up, and they'll send you like these, I guess, kind of like cheat codes, and they're teach you how to sell stocks and how to trade them. And they'll send you these numbers where you can enter the numbers into your graph and like help you make money. I was looking at all that, and then the things they were talking about how like a mentality you need, uh, this and that, and my homies were all talking about it after the presentation. We got in the circle where they were all talking about. I was like, yeah, I don't know if we could trust this guy and be able to do it. I'm gonna see if the other people do it, kind of use them as test subjects,
Yeah.
experiments. And I was like, okay, I get it, but sometimes like you can't be scared to take risks. You know what I mean? Like if it even like it's like the guy said, you can invest like the lowest you can do is probably like $100, maybe less. I done $5 before. I made money off it too, but that's because I know what I'm doing. But for starters like that, yeah, sure. You can do that, take a risk, learn how to do it, and see how it works out. But then they were also talking about, I was like, oh yeah, I don't know if I got time. And these people, like, I told them straight up that day, I was like, 'cause I know they like to party and shit, and I was like, hey, don't take any offense to it, but like, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Like, y'all my boys and shit. Like, I love y'all and shit. And I was like, yeah, but sometimes like you guys gotta stop doing this and that. Like, you can still do it, just work on getting somewhere you want to be.
Sacrifice it a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta learn to sacrifice, put in the work, learn and improve, and adapt to the things you're doing. Like I know it's not hard. Like, and they're like, oh yeah, so like, what are your thoughts about it? Like, cause they know I be doing my own shit. Like
Yeah.
they see me doing my own shit, and I was telling them like, yeah, this is why. Cause they're asking the other day. I was like, well, they're talking about me the other day. I wasn't there, but they told me about it. Like, yeah, we're just talking about you because like we never see you. Like, you're never around. Well, that's because I'm doing my own thing. Obviously, they know that. And I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I've been doing my own thing and I've been working, getting my money up. I got my business with my friends and shit that we have. It's like, I'm kind of, my hands are tied. And that's the way it is for me and you guys. And I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I brought up an example like when I started as a cook at my last job. Well, I didn't start off as a cook, but I worked up to a cook. I was like, I didn't know anything about the kitchen. Like, I had zero experience. I was able to learn this and that. I put the time in. I sacrificed my life. I started work, which sacrificed my happiness. And at the time I was doing martial arts every day. I was going to do classes and shit. And I started doing all that to learn the kitchen because I wanted to become a chef. And that was my biggest dream. And I was like, yeah, this is what I did. I did 3 whole months, 120 hours. And in those 3 months, I learned so much that it took me to like a different level. I was able to do it at a professional level to where like I don't have to rely on anybody to do teach me this and that. And that's the way it's been. Like I just been going up and up. So it's like you can use that as an example. I'm not trying to flex on anybody. It's like it just that's the way I am. I'm a very competitive person, and I'm not
Yeah.
competitive with nobody else. Like we said, it's just with ourselves. That's just the way we grew up. But it's like the way my mind works is like I have to do it at a high level. Like I can't settle for less. You know, I have to do it at a professional level. Like you know, what's the phrase? Humble enough to know I'm not better than anybody, but wise enough to know I'm different. Right? And that's something that stuck by me the other day when I read it. Because I know I'm different than most people. I know you get really on this too. I just like I said, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just know I'm different because the way I work, the way I do things, the way I think, my thought process is a lot different. Uh, I like to think I'm a couple of steps ahead of people, but that's because I mean I've been blessed and I'm grateful for the mindset I have now and the one I've been having since I was younger. I've been doing this by myself like the last 10 years, so it's like not by myself, but like now with my family, but like on my own. But also I've been having you guys to kind of back me up
Yeah.
on stuff. So it's like it's cool to have that and to know that for me it's crazy to know that people are really learning to do this and that and to know what it takes to get there. Uh,
Barely getting that
that mentality and
the
you know
mentality.
finally recognizing what kind of work ethic it takes to get somewhere. And like I've been telling people since middle school, it's like, hey, like I've been making money, like you guys can too. And nobody ever believed me. They always doubted me, always. And now it's like I'm telling them straight up, it's like, hey, like I'm not trying to be fucked up or nothing, but like I've been doing this shit forever. I've been trying to get you guys to come along, and yeah, I finally recognize it. Like it sucks to see that because I want to see my friends succeed, and there's no hate towards them. Like they know I love them and shit. Like I have respect for them, but like it's like, come on, man. Like
It's like
we're old now.
you, yeah, like you could take somebody. It's like the whole idea of you could take somebody the horse right to the pond
To drink
to
water,
drink,
but you
but you
can't make
can't
it
force
drink.
them to drink.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear
you
that.
know.
I hear that a lot. And yeah, it's true. It's like my homie was telling me the other day. It's like they don't make people like us no more, or there aren't people like us no more. Because he just got into the trading too. But since I was like, yeah, he's right. There's not people like us no more. Whereas like you have that mentality at a young age, and you're able to keep going. And I've been telling my homie for years, like he brought it up to me. He's the one that brought it up. He's like, I remember you telling me you're already doing stocks at a young age. I was like, yeah, I always had my homie do it for me because I was never older enough. So like I always had him invest my money, and he'll do it, and he'll hold on to the money until I'm older. So I was able to get that back, and yeah, so I was like, fuck, what was I gonna say? I literally just forgot. I literally just had it. My fault.
I don't know, man. I can't think for you, dog.
My bad. Long day. Damn.
While you think of that, I'll just kind of add on
Oh, yeah,
to
go ahead.
you're saying. Like, yeah, for me personally, like, I know you say you yourself you recognize, like, you said the quote, like, humble enough to not think I'm more than anybody, right? But
Or better than everybody, and wise enough
better
to
than
know I'm
everybody,
different.
right? For the longest time, man, I would hear that a lot from especially older people. Because for whatever reason, and it might be because of that, older people always tend to, when I was younger, right? I was growing up, older people would always want to have conversations with me, and
Same.
whenever
Always.
whenever I would meet like my homie's parents or girl's parents or whatever the case, I never had a parent not be happy with their um son or daughter being around me.
Yeah.
I never had that, and I thought it was normal. You know, and even when I started college, I remember I started college and there's in college there's a lot of older people, so I would have like conversations with them and stuff like that, and always my parents, friends, stuff like that. And so I never really understood why, like I just kind of took it as a normal. Like to me, I thought the way I go about things is a normal way. Like I never thought I was different in any way. I just That's just the way I grew up. Um, like that's what my parents instilled in my brain. hard work, you know. So like I see it now. There's some things that I see now where I'm like, damn, like
Like you when
we're
you
really
talk to people, right? It's like you see,
yeah.
like
When you
yeah,
start talking to
yeah,
people, you're like, damn, like
I'm different, or maybe I am
yeah,
different.
not no cocky shit, but it's
Yeah,
like you're like, damn, like you would really rather do this than that, or like you start seeing
yeah.
things like that,
You're
and I
like,
don't know,
couldn't be
man.
me. No, but that's
Over
probably
the
not how it
past
works.
like 2 3 years, man, I just been kind of like distancing myself from people,
Yeah,
man. Like it kind of like makes you feel kind of like out of place sometimes
yeah,
because you're like, damn, like I've always been like um that dude that's like cool with everybody, but nobody really. I don't really kick it with nobody.
yeah,
You feel me? So I ain't like best friends with nobody. You feel me?
yeah,
Because I don't know. I rather do my own shit. Um, I ain't. I'm not no ass kisser or nothing like that. So I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't do shit to fit in. I just do me. You feel me? And like you start realizing, like, damn, like motherfuckers really do think differently.
yeah,
Maybe not necessarily are different, but they think differently. And
yeah. I
I don't
think
know.
that's the best way to put it. Just think differently.
It has a lot of impact on the way you go about things. Um, like I said, I tend to have a lot of um, I'm blessed enough to have like for the most part a lot of success in anything that I put my mind into, and it's um, sometimes people ask like, yo, like how, like what the fuck, or they kind of get put off by me. They're like, damn, like this motherfucker's a try hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, and it's like, nah, I just put my head down and I work. Um, so I see what you were saying with the quote, but sometimes you don't even recognize you're different or you think different because
Yeah,
it's so natural to you that you just think everybody is like that. You know,
yeah,
like when you're growing up, you don't want to realize that you're different, but because you think so, growing up, there's a stigma around being different that like is bad. Like you don't want to be different when you're growing up, right? You want
yeah.
to fit in with people. Um,
Be the popular, be in the
yeah,
popular
you
group and
want to
shit.
have all the friends, and
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's dope, but it's also dope to be different, and if you are different, then you know what I'm saying, embrace that and fucking let that be your guide, right? Like let that be let yourself fucking flourish. You feel me? Don't box your own self in, because sometimes that happens too, where you box your own self in. Like nobody else boxes you
yeah,
in. It's just your mentality. You're like, damn, like I'm weird or some shit like that.
yeah.
You box yourself in, and like, it's like don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like try to try to learn the fact that you may be different. You may think
Yeah.
different, or you may go about things a different way. You may have a different way to look at things. Embrace it and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Let that guide you to reach your potential.
What I wanted to say is like the reason why I said like I like to think I'm a couple of steps ahead of people, because now seeing people finally do things for money, or finally try to make money and try to get to a place, it's like I feel like I'm way past it already. And I'm sure I can speak for both of us. Where it's like all we want to do is like yeah, we need money, but at the times like fuck the money. Like we want to impact the people and make a positive change in their life. Impact the people and make a positive change. Or yeah, and it's like we love helping out people. We want to spread positivity throughout the world. We want to do this and that. For me, that's a flex. Like being able to do that, like money and all that. Sure, back then it was a flex. Now it's like money comes and go. You know what I mean? The only thing that makes a difference with money is when you have it. It's like it makes life easier, because at that point you don't have to worry about being able to afford this and that. Like at that point you can pretty much afford
Makes
anything.
everything comfortable.
Yeah,
comfortability.
But sometimes like, but even that like never get too comfortable. Like we both know that. Like never be comfortable. Because when you get comfortable, you kind of start lacking, and you don't want that. You have to keep yourself in an uncomfortable position where you gotta keep learning and adapting to things. Because honestly, knowledge is power in this world. Like people have been saying it for years. Like read books, do this and that, and it's true. Like knowledge is gonna get you so far in life. And I read earlier. I found this thing from I think it was a Kanye West tweet. This new generation is obsessed with looking successful instead of actually being successful. That's what's going on with this generation. Whereas like I see people that I know that don't have money wearing Gucci clothes, like Gucci, bro, like
Yeah,
$1,800 hoodies or whatever. How much Gucci costs? I don't remember. I have a couple, but I don't wear them.
yeah,
I don't wear them at all because I'm not really into like. What would you say? I'm not materialistic, really. I try not to be at least. Uh, like I also like buying things here and there. Like, but honestly, I only have like newer clothes, bro. I mean, I do, but I don't wear it. Like I have a bunch of new clothes in my closet that I haven't worn in like 2 years, and I bought it brand new, still brand new. It has the tag and everything. I still haven't worn it.
damn.
You know what I mean? It's like it's cool. Like I rather wear whatever I can, and because I'm always gotta be at work anyway. So it's like I'm not going out. I'm not doing this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's all I gotta say on my part. Uh, I know you wanted to start off this episode with something else.
Nah, man, I just wanted to. A couple episodes ago, I had mentioned that I watched the movie on Netflix. I don't know if you've had the time. I know you're pretty busy, but wait, one more thing. Just saying that just reminded me. I got a message from my homie recently, and I felt bad about it. My best friend from high school. Shout out Tristan. He messaged
Oh,
me and he's
Tristan.
like, "Yo, bro, you trying to kick it?" I was like, "Damn, I'm doing this and that, right?" And I forgot what I was doing, but I was like, "Damn, I'm busy, right?" He goes, "Yeah, bro, I know it's cool. You're always busy." And I was like, "Damn!" Like,
Damn.
no, he didn't say it in the way of like trying to diss me or
But
nothing.
you said
Like he
like
said it
jokingly.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Like no, like genuinely.
Oh.
I every time because he didn't live here no more. Like he lives still in Cali, but like he lives like about an hour and a half away. So but his girl lives here, so he be around here sometimes. So whenever he's here, he like hits me up sometimes, and I'm always fucking doing something. And so he's like, so but he always hits me up like the day of. So that's why I'm like, damn, like at least hit me up like a couple of days before. Um, which we got around to hopefully putting a date to something else with the rest of the homies. But anyway, besides the point. Like sometimes, bro, like that happens, dog. Like I be having homies hitting me up and shit. That's what I was like kind of saying with the whole like I don't be kicking it with nobody because
Yeah.
like sometimes, bro, I just be doing shit, bro. Like like and people don't really be knowing what I'm doing, and that's good. That's the way I'd rather it be. Um, but it's like sometimes they do think I'm avoiding them, or you know what I'm saying, or I don't really fuck with them no more, or whatever the case. It's like nah, bro. I just be doing things. Um, yeah, like I don't know, like you gotta be willing to sacrifice in certain situations. Not always, you know what I'm saying. Still have your fun. You feel me?
Yeah.
But sometimes it
Work
does come
hard,
with
play hard,
sacrifices.
have fun. That's the way of
Yeah.
life.
Um. Anyways, that's this point. So I was talking about the movie that I watched on Netflix. Like I said, I don't know if you gotten around to it. I'm busy, but it's called what was it called? I Care a Lot. Yeah, I Care a Lot. Um. So for the audience that has watched it, I'm not gonna ruin, or that hasn't watched it, I'm not gonna ruin it. But basically, it's a movie, um, where the protagonist does a lot to reach what she believes is her success, right? Which involves money and this and that. Like the whole movie is centered around her fucking going all out for success. I'm talking like risking her life. I'm talking like damn near killing people, all kinds of shit, right? In order to get to success. So I wanted to ask you, how far are you willing to go for success?
Uh,
Wait, but before you answer that, what do you define as success?
I'm not gonna say money. I'm gonna say happiness and the amount of people you could impact. Uh, positively and having the things you want or where you want to be in life. Uh, I think that's the best way I could describe it. Not the best, not the way I want to describe it, but that's the best way I could do it right now. If that makes sense.
All right. And how far are you willing to go? Reach.
Farther than what I've done in the past.
Like how
But
far? Like we talking like you willing to die for it? You willing to kill for it? You willing to do
I'm
illegal shit for it? What are you willing to do?
I'm not gonna say die or like any of that because it's like that one's like I mean, you kind of just asking for it, but uh, no, man, I'm willing to sacrifice a lot more than what I've done before. Because right now, the way it is, the way I live my life, and the way it is right now, it's like I don't have that many people around me that are there for me. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna bring that up because obviously what's going on with my life and shit. But sometimes like that point is like, what else do I have to lose? You know what I mean? I practically lost a lot of things already, so it's like for at this point I need to focus on doing myself now. Like I did this and that for people. I never got anything in return. I never expect anything in return for people. But it's good to know that I was able to lead them somewhere uh, to get to where they want to get to. And there's a lot of things that I've done for people that I'm not gonna mention, but it's good to know that I was able to impact those people in a positive way. And they still hit me up to this day, be like, "Oh, thank you, like for real, like I'm gonna come back and pay you for this." And now I'm like, "Nah, that's cool." But but to answer your question is how far am I really willing to go? It's like I'm not gonna say I'm gonna sacrifice my happiness because this time it's like I'm happy with where I'm at mentally. You know what I mean? It's like this time I'm just willing to put in more hours. I wanted to push my body over the limits again, but at a different level. If I gotta move out of state and go Cali, go meet up with you and shit to get this podcast going, then I wanted to do that. Do that. And like, I know, damn, because I done a lot already. I sacrificed a lot. Like, I remember I sacrificed a lot where I was in debt. Right, I was in debt. I was paying out school. I was doing this and that, and I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll pay off that debt another time. Like, they keep sending me letters and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And I sacrificed my life and all that, and I put the work in, made my money, and I was able to pay that off in one day. So like, you know what I mean? But I wanted to go further than that. I just can't really put it in words. But it's like sure. But this time I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna sacrifice something, I'm gonna do it differently. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like I'm not gonna do the same route I took. I'm not gonna sacrifice my life or my happiness. I'm gonna do it different, but I'm gonna do it at a higher level, more efficient.
You're gonna do it, yeah, smarter.
Yeah, in a smarter way where I still take care of myself because at this time or yeah, this time coming around is like I don't have to worry about nobody else besides me, you, Louis, Alexis. It's all about trying to get us to be where we need to be and where we want to be, right? So I wanted to go pretty far. Um, but yeah, what about you? What's
How
your
far am I willing to go?
well? First, I'm gonna ask you the same question you asked me before. What's your Sorry, I forgot the
Definition
question.
of success.
Yeah, what's your point of view of success? What's your definition of it?
I think success is peace.
Peace.
I think, yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think once you're able to reach peace, whether some people do measure it by money, um, because again, it can lead to comfortability, which is a part of peace. Um, I think I don't measure it by that. I measure it by like peace in general.
Just happiness.
Where you are able to be happy with who you are, be peaceful with who you are, be content with who you are, and whatever that may mean to people, right? It could be money, could be happiness, it could be career wise, all those things. Your impact on people, your impact on life in general, all that. So I think my definition of success is peace. Um, and how far I'm willing to go for it, pretty far. Um,
You want to say I'm gonna die for this? I want to say
uh,
that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's like it's almost as that.
it depends. It
Yeah,
depends if my success transcends me, like goes beyond me, right?
yeah.
Where it impacts those that I care for the most, then yeah, I'm willing to die for it. But I gotta be sure of that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Um, but I'm willing to go pretty far. I mean, the big thing is I don't. I think a lot of people in my life have thought that too important in my life, and I think that's the one thing that a lot of people realize right away from me is I don't need nobody, right? Like that's the one thing that I've always been willing to sacrifice is people. I don't need people, right? I love people. Um,
I'm annoyed by people
you
right
know,
now, so yeah, yeah, yeah. I can go that way, cause
you
yeah,
know, a lot of people think they're more important than they really are. You feel me?
they
Um,
people feel so entitled to your time. That's what you're saying.
yeah, to my time, to
Yeah,
my life, to my everything, and it's like
or to your
I could
attention.
dead ass stop talking to you right now and ain't tripping, bro. Like I'ma still do me. You feel me? Like,
Damn, that
um,
hurts, bro. That hurts to know that you just stopped
hey,
talking to me
listen,
like that.
I can, but I choose not to
Yes,
because
that's right. Cause you
I'm
can,
saying
motherfucker.
I have the power of choice, motherfucker. What the fuck? Don't let me leave the car right now. No
Hey,
shit.
yeah, I know where you live, motherfucker. Nah, play.
And relax. Y'all here sounding like my ex again.
Oh hell no.
Bro, that shit was scary as hell, dog. I was like, what
Yo,
the
that shit was funny.
fuck? Yo, I never brought you to my crib. How the fuck But anyway, um,
Alright, we're not gonna get into that. That shit was way too funny.
hey, maybe one day, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Bro, my bad. Sidetrack. Did I ever tell you somebody was knocking in my window one time?
Yeah, you told me the other day.
Bro, I was like, fuck. I was freaked out, bro. I was like, God, because my window has a back, like it's part of my backyard,
Yeah.
which is fenced, it's gated. Just like, but anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, I just mentioned that with the whole X thing because I was gaming that day and over there, so they were like, "Damn, that's your ex." I was like, "Bro, relax." I'm like, "Shit." But anyway, um, yeah, I was saying, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice a lot, man. Um, time, time means, you know what I'm saying. If it's working towards something, then bro, I'm willing to put all the time I need to put into it. I was gonna say time means nothing to me, but that was gonna come off wrong because time is important.
Yeah.
But it's how much work you put in that time, right? Um, and yeah, man. As far as my happiness or all of that, probably not. I'm not willing to sacrifice my happiness for to reach happiness. Like it don't even make sense. I'm willing to stress myself out for it, but yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice a lot, man. I'm willing to be alone with um, 'cause I know a lot of people aren't gonna be willing to take that journey with you, or a lot of people aren't gonna believe in you, or I think that's a big thing. A lot of people just are gonna be like, nah, like what the fuck, this dude is on some bullshit. You feel me? So you gotta be willing to just be like, all right, cool, and let that, you know what I'm saying? Don't let
Yeah.
that person uh, drive you away from what you're doing. Um, you just gotta believe in yourself, and if you believe in yourself, then keep doing it. Now, if you don't believe in yourself, shit, then stop doing it because that's gonna fucking cause you to not be great at what you're
Yeah.
doing. But if you believe in yourself, man, then fuck what anybody else thinks, what anybody else believes. Um, you just gotta be willing to sacrifice pretty much
A lot.
everything, man. Like
Yeah.
pretty much everything. You gotta be willing to sacrifice.
Dude.
Depending on how, depending on just how successful you want to be.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I know
there's obviously
some people that live a normal life and still got money. Like
yeah,
that's success to them where like they're happy with what they got. They're not too materialistic. They're not out there buying super cars, this and that.
yeah,
But they got the
they're
money.
comfortable.
But yeah, they're comfortable. They're just living life.
Some
To
people
me,
measure success by comfortable. Just
yeah.
I just want to be
For me,
comfortable
that's
in
kind
life.
of like low, but I want to go higher. Like, yeah, I want to. Here's one thing I forgot to mention too. Like, people say they want to be rich, and I tell people I want to be wealthy. But you know the difference between those two is that rich is having. I might not explain it the right way, but rich is having money, but being wealthy is knowing what you're gonna do with that money. Like putting that money into investments and still having money that's gonna last you. Because being rich,
Wealthy comes with the wisdom.
yeah. Because being rich is just you just have money, but that money's gonna go. If you're not doing nothing with that, then you're screwed. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, a lot of people measure that by success using money. I don't. For me, all I care is about making a positive impact on people. Uh, and even if I am gonna make money, or I am making money, but the money's not even for me. Uh, I mean, the money is for my future kids and my future family. You know. Uh, and we'll touch on that on a different episode. But yeah, like I don't like to think the money's for me. Like I could care less about the money. Um, like I said, I want to make a positive impact on people. That's who I care about. I don't want my future kids or future family or anybody else in the world to go through what I had to go through growing up. You know what I mean? It's like I want people to know that yes, you can find help anywhere you go. Like I want you to know that we're here to help you, and if you take our advice, and yeah, but you don't have to take our advice as long as you find your happiness and you're willing to do this and that. Then sure, you know, as long as we make a positive impact. That's it. That's what I care about.
So you were talking about impact, and it's kind of because this is kind of my answer to this question that I want to ask you. How do you want to be remembered? And this could mean
Do I want to be remembered though? Cause
who you want to be remembered.
do I or how do I want to
That's
be remembered?
legacy at the end of the day.
I honestly I'm cool if
Because
I'm
if you have an impact on people, you're gonna
yeah
be remembered.
yeah. I mean I like if I
I'm
am
not
gonna
talking about in general. Like I'm not
yeah
saying,
yeah.
oh, you're famous as much. No,
No.
I'm saying like
But
you want to be remembered by the
here's the
people
thing
that do
like
remember you.
I don't care if I am or not. Like I said, all I care is about if I make a positive impact on people. But if I am gonna be remembered, I like to be remembered as the guy that really showed you that the impossible isn't impossible. That's actually possible. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I'm not sounding stupid. Uh, I just want to be remembered as the guy who made a change in the world, made a difference. Uh, Someone who people that can use an example. Like I'll love that if people can use me as an example. Like somebody who started at a young age and did this and that, and had a big mindset, and they're able to teach that to their kids. You know what I mean? It's like know that I grew up from nothing. I grew up with nothing, bro. Like I grew up with a single father who, you know, provided for me, my two brothers, and even then we couldn't really afford electricity. You know, we couldn't afford to pay rent or stuff like that. So it's like the way I grew up, it really impacted the way I am today. It's like the things I have now is pretty cool, but sometimes like I don't really care for as much. You know what I mean? I just don't want people to go through what I had to go through. Did that answer your question?
Yeah. You just want to have I
Like,
feel
yeah,
like you want to be able to pass on your wisdom.
yeah. Like, I want to be remembered as the guy who became internet famous and acted like an asshole. Now, like, I literally want to make a change. I feel like nowadays people are just too. They're assholes nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, they're so negative. The way they think, the way they talk, and it's like you're kind of causing problems for other people. Like, to, like, you understand what people go through something every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's. And I don't want to talk about depression and shit, but like, I met somebody, probably like a month or two ago, that was really going through something, and I noticed it too because I was like, damn, I used to be like that too. And I went to go talk to him, and I was like, hey, bro, like, I know you work here, and I see you work over there, because I see him on the train sometimes to the concourse. I was like, hey, if you ever need someone, then come talk to me. Like, it's cool. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, like, you never know what somebody's going through. So it's like, I wouldn't want to be remembered as somebody who's an asshole or anything. Like, yeah. Not that I care about what people think about me, but like, if I want to be remembered, better be in a good way, in a
What's
positive
up?
way.
That's what's up. I mean, I think like I said, I kind of asked that because of what you said of impacting people, stuff like that. I think my goal of like I want to be remembered as like just a positive person, just somebody that brought positivity to people. You feel me? Because sometimes, like you said, there's a lot of shit that be going on behind the scenes. You feel me? But I'm never one to. Well, I don't want to say never because there has been times where it has gotten to me where I'm just in a bad mood or whatever. But for the most part, um, I'm always in a good mood or at least around people because I'm always trying to light lighten up their day or whatever the case. Because again, you don't know what people have been going through. So imagine they already having a tough day, and then you go with your negative ass and
Yeah,
fuck up their day
it's
even
not.
more.
It's not fair to others. It's what my older
Yeah,
brothers always says. Like, your attitude, if you're having a bad attitude, and it's not fair to other people around you. It's,
yeah.
you know,
So I always, me, bro. I always try to like make people laugh, and
yeah,
sometimes it may come off as I never take anything serious, stuff like that. But I mean, I know when to take shit serious. I'm not fucking dumb or you know what I'm saying, like. But for the most part, man, if it doesn't need to be taken serious, I'm not gonna take it serious, just because there's too many other situations in everybody's life where you're already serious or already in a bad place, and it's like, damn, for me to only be in communication with you for about an hour or whatever the case, and for me to make it even worse, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah. It's
it's
messed
like
up.
I'd rather just laugh it off. You feel me? Like, I'll deal with it later. Like, I'm that guy that's gonna deal with shit on my own. I'll deal with it later. On my own time. I'll deal with that. For the time being, man, let's laugh. Let's have fun. Um,
Life's too
you
short
know what I'm
not to have
saying?
fun, bro.
Yeah, like, I just want to be able to be the person that, like, not necessarily that you remember me. I don't care if you remember me. Um, but if somebody were to, I think of it this way, right? 'Cause I don't care about fame or nothing like that. So,
Mm.
um, when I say I want to be remembered as, I don't mean by the whole fucking world or some shit like that. I don't care about all that. I'm saying those people that I did have come across, I don't necessarily want them to remember me, in terms of their everyday life. If for whatever reason somebody were to ever ask you, like, say me and you stop talking, right, and we don't talk no more. Years down the road, you don't even think about me no more, obviously, because we don't talk no more or nothing like that.
Yeah, fuck
Years
Edgar.
down the
Yeah, well,
road, years down the road, somebody's like, "Hey, Edgar?" Be like, "Oh shit!" It brings a smile to your face. Feel me? Or like you're like, "Oh shit, yeah," like that. That's the only thing I want to do. Like, but you're not like, that fucking. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, You know, it just brings a smile to you. Like, oh yeah, I know Edgar. You know, that's why like um.
I'm gonna be like, oh, toxic motherfucker. Even though you're not toxic. But like
Listen,
that,
I just play along with that whole
I
toxic
know.
shit just because it's the same shit.
It's
Like
funny though. It's funny as
it's
fuck.
funny as hell. I just play along with it. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like it is what
I
it
I
is.
do that sometimes too. Like,
Yeah. But stay toxic, kings.
yeah,
Um, listen, we gotta one up the women because you know what I'm saying. You just gotta stay toxic.
yeah. They be on a different level. Though.
Hey, if y'all haven't fought today, make sure to argue with your girl.
Yeah,
Um, tell her her feet stink.
keeps that
Um,
keeps a healthy relationship, guys.
it does, bro. It does. It does. Um, yeah. I don't know if you have anything more to add to the conversation before we wrap this up.
No, I mean, I think I said everything I said. I mean, I hope I worded everything the right way. Um, if I were to have to re-explain it in a different episode, hopefully I'm ready.
Yeah,
But no, this I thought it was a really good episode. Again, like I hope nobody took any offense to it. Like it's just the way we think. Um, it's kind of addressing too the hate too that I be getting.
right.
I know you probably get. I know you get hate too. Um,
He said, I know you probably. Nah, I know you do.
yeah, I know you get hate because I remember you said that earlier too. But well, you've been telling me about it too. But
Uh,
yeah, it's like don't hate on
I send
nobody.
you like screenshots of messages and
Yeah.
shit. It's like,
Don't
damn.
don't be like other people. Like don't hate on nobody. Be happy for others' success. Your turn will come. Because at the end of the
Right,
day,
but
the more you hate on people, the less it'll take for your turn to come. I'm gonna just say that. Like don't spread positivity, spread the love, spread the
if you're
peace.
too busy hating on somebody, you're not gonna
Get anywhere.
enough time into yourself
Yeah.
and into. You know what I'm saying
And
that's why I'm saying get inspired by people.
yeah. And focus on yourself. Uh yeah, from experience, focus on yourself because some people are not willing to do that. Same thing for you. And I knew that too, but I still did what I did. Uh, yeah, just spread love, peace, love, positivity. Enjoy your weekends. Work hard, play hard, have fun, and
Sir.
that's about it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Um yeah, make sure y'all if y'all did enjoy, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on SoundCloud or Spotify, make sure you like the track and follow the page. Um Make sure you follow our Instagram as well at Never2Late Podcast. Um Shout out my little brother that just came into the room. Um yeah, man, with that, much love, much respect, as always. Bro.